Good morning, friends. I apologize. Lola is super snoring in the background. If you've been here a long time, you know that's pretty normal here. So last night after I got off work, I went to the store and I'm super excited because I found ground pork. Now my little store doesn't always have ground pork. So I snatched it up because I've been wanting to make breakfast sausage with you guys. Now I've made sausage lots of times. I made it with my dad when we would butcher hogs, and I also made it with Brock. We've done it with half venison, half ground pork. So it's something that I've done quite a bit of, but I haven't done it lately. And when I found the ground pork, I thought now's the time. I'll make this for breakfast, and I have that leftover homemade bread, and I'll make some French toast. Oh my goodness, can't get any better than that. So the ground pork was about the same price as a 1 pound log of breakfast sausage that was already made up. We know what's going in ours. So let's get to it. Now this is 2 pounds of ground pork. So to that, okay, so bear with me because I don't normally measure. So I'm going to try to work out these measurements together so we have a formula here. So we're going to go with 1 teaspoon of garlic. I kind of wrote this out before I came with you guys. And I made some salsa this morning. I've been wanting some salsa. So I got it made up, got it in the fridge. So 1 teaspoon of garlic. Now half this if you've only got 1 pound of ground pork, of course. We're going to go with 3 tablespoons of sage. Now, if you're not a big sage lover, put in less. But to me, I think you gotta have some sage in your sausage. This is rub sage. So I'm going to do 1. I'm going to do 1.5 of it. And then I'm going to grab my ground sage. A second here. The ground sage is not quite as potent, so I'm going to do 1.5 of one and 1.5 of the other. You can use all of one. Just kind of mixing it up here with my sages. All right, there is our sage. Now we're going to do a teaspoon of thyme. Here's my thyme. For most everything, I just try to do a teaspoon. Okay. Teaspoon of thyme. And then we're going to do some black pepper. There we go. Teaspoon of black pepper. Red pepper flakes, optional. I love Aleppo pepper, so I'm going to use that. And we're going to do 1 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm going to eyeball it. Good enough. That's optional. We're going to do a tablespoon of salt. And we're going to do a teaspoon, this is optional, of fennel seeds. I'm just going to shake them in there. All right. This is also optional. I'm going to add a little bit of cumin, just a little bit, and I'm going to do a little bit of turmeric. Turmeric is great for inflammation. Brock's having a flare up right now, so I try to add that in wherever I can. And then I just got this seasoning, and it is Himalayan pink salt, black pepper, and garlic. It's got some red pepper in it, and I'm just going to shake just a little bit, probably a teaspoon of that in, just because it's here and I want to try it. That's it. Let's get to mixing. You can use a spoon, but I like to get my hands in there. Get in there. We're going to squeeze that sausage while we're making sausage. Now, you can freeze half of this and cook the other half. You can make it hot sausage by adding other spices. You can make a sweet maple sausage by just adding some maple syrup. You can freeze it in a log or make you patties, but just put parchment paper between each patty before you put it in the freezer, or you're going to have a mess. It's kind of like making a meatloaf. No? Just want to get it good and mixed. The gloves are sliding off. And that's honestly, that is it. We have made breakfast sausage. I'm gonna smell it. It smells so good. Now, I'm looking at it and I may decide to add a little bit more seasoning. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more of sage. Go. Don't really know till we try it. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna leave this recipe as it is. I'm gonna cook it for breakfast. I'm gonna make some French toast with that homemade bread I made. We're gonna have our breakfast sausage here on the side. So I will let you know when I come back after I cook it if we needed to add anything else. Okay? All right, so I'm gonna go for now. This is my clean hand. Nobody give me any grief about cross-contamination. My hand's clean. Okay, I'll be right back. So here you have it, our homemade breakfast sausage with ground pork and a few seasonings. It's just as quick and easy to make it at home. And we're gonna have some French toast made with my fresh bread. Let's give the sausage a try. So good. It's a little salty. Added in that extra seasoning that I was wanting to try. So you may cut back on the salt a little bit. Other than that, it's delicious. I'm excited to see what everybody thinks about it. Have a good morning. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate each and every one of you. Have a blessed day. Bye, friends. Like and subscribe if you're new here. Hang out. We do fun things in the kitchen.